Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Be Technical. In this session, we will see the RIP tool from the Sketchbase Features toolbar in Part Workbench. So let's begin with this session. So here you can see the RIP tool. When I click on the RIP tool, it displays this dialog box. What it is highlighting first is one profile and to select one center curve. So let's begin with one basic example. So for the first example, we will select this ZX plane and we will draw one center profile. So one point to keep in mind here is this center curve should be in continuous tangency. So here you can see I have taken this curve and this is in continuous tangency. Now I will take one cross section. Now you can see here I am selecting the plane which is perpendicular to this curve, or else you can also create one new plane. So I am now creating one new plane here. I will select the curve and I will select the endpoint. So you can see here this plane is perpendicular to the curve. I will take here a circle as a cross section of 30 diameter. So now we have our center profile as well as our cross section. So now we will use the RIP tool. I am selecting the RIP tool. It is asking me to select the profile. So I will select this profile and this is center curve. So I will select center curve. You can see here the software is showing us one preview. So when you click on the preview, you will get this clear preview. You can see here the profile got swept along the center curve. We have some more options here in this dialog box. We have also have some options to control the profile. So let's see what all options we have. First is keep angle, second is pulling direction, and third is reference surface. So to go on with a scenario, maintain keep angle. This option keeps angle value between the sketch plane used for the profile and the tangent of the center curve. Remember, the angle value is 90 degree. So we'll now see the second option, that is pulling direction. We'll select this. I will select pulling direction as vertical axis. So now if you see the preview, the cross section changes along the curve. Now again, if I select keep angle, it will give me origin. Now you can see here the orange highlights. This is the example of keep angle, and what you're seeing here in solid is the example by using pulling direction. There is one more profile control option here, that is reference surface. So for this reference surface, I will select this plane. You can see here it is showing us preview. It will not show much difference here in the circular cross section, but if we change the cross section as rectangular or square, you will get to see it. So let's change the cross section. (30 by 30). So now you can see here this is RIP command. with profile control of keep angle. So let's select the third, that is reference surface, and we will select selection as this plane. So now you can see the change. It got rotated a bit. You can see here. Initially it was even throughout this center curve. Now it got rotated. So you can personalize the profile along the curve with this profile controls. In the next example, as you can see here, I have taken this curve and this section, cross section, as my profile. So let's try to use the rip tool. So I am selecting the rip tool. I will select this profile. I will select this curve. So here it is giving us the error as the profile and the center curve must not be on parallel planes. So I will click OK. Now, if this is the condition, we have one option here, and that option only follows for the profile control of pulling direction and reference surface. We will try this for pulling direction. So I will select this pulling direction as vertical axis, and I will now select the profile, move profile to the path checkbox. You can see it is showing us the results. You can see here the results. Here you can see it is showing us two arrows. When I click on the arrow, this blue arrow, it will change the side. Again I will click on that arrow, it will again come on this side. Now you can also inverse this profile. So how to inverse? We have this vertical arrow. I will click on this arrow. You can see here it will inverse the profile. If you want this side in the opposite direction, so I will click here. I will click on this. You can see here. So now there is one more question. We have not got this rip on the profile itself. We got it on some offset distance from the plane on which we have drawn the central curve. So at what distance do we get this rip? So now I will unhide these sketches. You can see here, this is a curve and this is a profile. So I will show you the distance between this vertical line and this central axis. It is 45 mm, as well as the distance between this plane and the same rib here. If we see here, this 45. So I think you have got my point. Now let's take one more example. I know this session is getting a bit lengthy, but I hope it's not getting boring, and the next step is definitely going to help you. So let's begin. So you can see here I have taken some profiles and also two cross sections. So here you can see, as I have named them, this is center curve 1, this is center curve 2, this is cross section 1, and this is cross section 2. So both of these center curves are same, as well as this cross sections are also same. The only difference is that in first cross section you can see the cross section is intersecting the center curve, and the second cross section is a bit offset from the center curve. So let's see what will be the difference between the results. So I will select the rip tool. I will select the profile and this first center curve. So this is a preview, and now we will select the second one. This is profile and this is center curve. So here you can see the difference. So in both the examples, you can observe the difference. In first example, the cross section exactly followed the center curve, and in second example, it did not. So let's try some using some profile control methods in the second example. To use them, we will take some reference. So let's create one axis. So this is the axis system. I will select the rip command. So now here we will try using pulling direction. So for pulling direction, let's take that direction as z axis. So it is not giving any result. You can see here it is giving us error. Let's select some other axis. You can see we are getting some unpredictable results. So what I want to conclude is the next tip. Let's come to the end of this session with some remaining options in the rip command. So the remaining options now are this. You can see here as merge ribbons, and the second is thick profile. So thick profile you have also seen in some earlier tools. So let's see it here. I will click on the checkbox of the thick profile and I will click on the preview. You can see here the thickness which is mentioned was 1 mm. I will change it as 5 mm now. You can see here it has given us a thickness and it has created the hollow pipe. If you want equal thickness along the neutral, so you can click on the neutral fiber checkbox and you can enter the thickness. It will give you equal thickness around the profile. One last remaining option, that is merge rib ends. So this is used to merge these ends to the existing bodies. So now you can see here this much was our profile and this our cross section has traveled only till the path of the profile. So to merge these ends to this body, we can use that option. So I am clicking there and now you will see the preview. It goes and merges with the initial body. This you can use to draw the handles of the cups, jars, etc. So guys, we are done with this session. Hope you have liked this session. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to click on the bell icon for the latest notifications. Thank you.